So the son of Robert Mugabe pleaded guilty to pointing a firearm and contravening South Africa's immigration laws by being in the country illegally. And his co-accused Umatohonze pleaded guilty to attempted murder, defeating the ends of justice and illegal immigration, and also possession of ammunition. And SABC News also says that he pleaded guilty to possession of a firearm. Now, this all comes from a February shooting at Mugabe's Hyde Park home in Johannesburg, where a 23-year-old employee was shot and left in a critical condition. Now, the victim has been identified in later reporting as Usipho Mahlangu. And multiple reports say the firearm used in the shooting has not been recovered. Now, that matters because of the weapon is a key piece of evidence. And Ayla Court reporting said the defense wanted to move towards a plea agreement after it emerged that the two men were allegedly in South Africa illegally and the bail bid was abandoned. And one report says that the matter was postponed to the 24th of April 2026 so the court can check whether the victim was compensated and get more details about the missing firearm. So the son of Robert Mugabe did not deny everything. He is admitting to some charges, but the more serious attempted murder part is still the heavy part of the story. And the bigger fight in this case is still about the shooting, the missing gun, and what punishment the court will eventually allow. Now, this is quite interesting for me because I have a cousin who was alleged to have done something similar. But instead of a gun, it was alleged that he used a knife. Now, this cousin of mine allegedly stabbed the victim 2 or 3 times in his arms, and that is where the stab wounds were shown in court, and eventually he lost the case. He was not given bail and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. So I'm quite interested to see how will this unfold, because not only is Bellarmine Mugabe here in South Africa illegally, but he is also the son of Mr. Robert Mugabe. So the outcome of this case will be quite interesting, and I'll be keeping a close eye at this case to see whether is the South African law still favoring foreigners, or is it still favoring the South African citizen, or is everyone treated equally under the same South African law.